Difference. If you remember in our last video, we talked about the energy generation within our physical body, which has a lot to do, actually it has everything to do with movements of ions, atoms dissolved in water, or molecules dissolved in water, or let's say electrons and protons, subatomic particles in the act of spinning, and when they move constantly within our fluid system such as the blood, they generate electromagnetic field of energy. Today, let's step out of the physical body and look at the other layers of energy around us. Let's talk about the emotional body, where our emotions are being processed. You get angry, you suddenly lose your appetite, your blood pressure goes skyrocket high, your mouth becomes dry, your heart starts to pound quickly and fast and very strongly, and so on. Somebody who gets terrified, she or he could pee in her pants. A student who's very worried about the result of a very important exam, he could suddenly develop diarrhea. People who suffer from sadness for too long, they become predisposed to chronic diseases related to the heart or the chest, which is the center for the immune system. According to the Chinese medicine philosophy, makes people predisposed to degenerations such as difficult diseases, including cancer. So emotions are strong and they can affect us. But how come we cannot see them under an X-ray or a precise MRI or CT scan? Because they are not vibrating at the physical level, although everything affects our physical body, as the examples I gave you. Now, with Kirlian photography, we see the corona of the body, the invisible light, which becomes visible upon this kind of photography. And then you could understand what these layers of energy are all about. As we explained before, energy is information, and our physical body can keep its shape and create a behavior or respond to a certain stimulus it receives. So without energy, which is again information, no physical object could ever keep its shape or behavior. Therefore, it's obvious that we are constantly being bombarded by various forms of information in terms of energy signals, which exist unlimitedly within our universe at the matter or the non-matter vibrations. Emotions are non-matter, although they can affect the physical part, which is the matter part of our body. I'm sure more or less some of you guys are familiar with the concept of chakras. Chakras are kind of whirlpool of energy, or some sort of disc type center for energy, which is located mostly alongside our spine, and they are connected to certain organs in our body. For instance, throat chakra is right here in front of our neck, and this affects our thyroid function immediately. You know, sometimes you want to say something, but for any reason you have to hold it back. So then you feel a pressure around your neck. We have Ajna chakra, we have crown chakra, we have base chakra, which is the connecting point. Fear, for instance, affects our base chakra. Fear can compromise the ability of grounding in us. We need to be grounded. We need to be anchored to the ground. We need to feel safe and secure. So fear is something that affects that sense of safety and security in us. And as a result, we lose our connection to the ground. We lose our root. We cannot stand up strongly. And therefore, it will change everything that we could ever achieve in future, which is now based on fear, based on lack of safety and security. Am I going to be okay? Are we going to be okay? So as you can understand now, within the forms of energy, there are layers of information within and around us that are constantly affecting our body in terms of its function and its behavior, and of course, the creation of potential, positive or negative, in us in future to come, because we create information within our path based on our signals, which are constantly emitted, whether we are aware of them or not. So we talked about physical body and energy related to that, mostly electromagnetic. Now, today we talked about energy body, where chakras are being involved. And by receiving this information, they could affect certain organs in our body for certain behavior. You could read more about chakras online, or maybe next time, sometime in future, I could create a simple video to explain to you what they are and how they affect us. I think I just wanted to touch based on simple ideas of this kind of information, because some of you may not be familiar with it, and it will take time for us to perceive this type of information correctly. If you have any more question, a specific question about stuff like that, don't hesitate, send it to me. I'll do my best to answer them for you. In the next video, we will be talking about the mental body, where thoughts, beliefs, or perceptions are processed. Until then, I'll wish you a wonderful time ahead.